Boston Whiteman.
They don't want us to succeed.
How much more do we have to take?
Yo, it's been a minute, y'all. It has been a minute. Like, I can't believe how long it's been. We about to get into it though, but let me just vibe with y'all for a minute real quick, all right? Let's just vibe for a minute. Have some good feels for a second, because it's going to get deep. Eight. Oh. Y'all ain't ready for the night, yo. Y'all are not ready for the night. As y'all can see, this is part 2 of our broadcast for Sabrina Espinosa. The first part, we did it in person. And this next one, we want y'all to hear what it said and not focus on anything else. We got some other things we want to show y'all, but really, we just want to get into the meat of things tonight. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, we really gonna jump into it. So Sabrina Espinosa is a citizen of Lancaster, PA, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where when George Floyd was executed back in 2020, there were protests in the city just as well as anywhere else. And just like anywhere else, a number of protesters were arrested and charged with frivolous charges, whereas these people still face cases today. And many of them, just as Sabrina Espinosa is, are seeking help with their legal fees, but also wanting their story to be heard. So that is the main reason why we're here today, right? Like, everyone deserves their story to be heard. That's what the Leon Block is here for, right? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Where are my manners? Greetings and good vibes, everybody. I hope you are feeling all right. I had a great day. It was sunshiny and cozy here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania today. And I'm actually in great spirits. And I think that's a good thing, because the deepness and the rawness of these topics we're going to get into deserves a delicate attention from someone such as myself, because the person that I'm going to interview can be a little rough around the edges, as we all know. Bria Espinosa is very loud and proud and outspoken. She's a very vocal person in the local community, and she doesn't shut up for nobody. She keeps it real. She's blunt. She ruffles feathers, and she bumps heads with people, but she keeps it real and she stands firm in her truth. That is why she is a guest to the Leon Block tonight, because she continues to speak that truth to power. Again, that's why we're here today. And without further ado, Bria Espinosa, are you here?
Yeah,
You ready to
hey,
jump
how you
into
doing?
it?
Yes, I am. How you doing? Thank you for
What's going
having
on,
me.
Mama? How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Of
I'm all right.
course. It's my pleasure.
I appreciate it.
No, seriously, it's literally a pleasure. Because I've seen you really you be putting your foot in people's mouths.
Yeah, yeah,
I guess I'm gonna say that, because when I say you speak truth to power, you really do speak truth to power, and you don't care if there's nobody behind you, or if no one agrees with you or not, because you know that there's someone out there that knows exactly what you're saying and where you're coming from, and people do. I mean, you've got support across the nation,
yeah.
and that's a fact. You have
Yes, my
people
GoFundMe.
across.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, my GoFundMe right now. I've only had 3 people from Lancaster donate for my GoFundMe, Everything else
Wow.
has come from people across this nation. Out of the 10 or 11 donors, I only know 5 or 6. The other 5 are just
Part
from
two.
me advertising on, um, just me advertising, on all my social platforms and stuff. Um, yeah, just broke a little over 1,000. It took us a week. I'm very, very proud, and I thank everybody because these are all hardworking people. Yeah, that's like exciting. It brings me to tears because, like, yeah, I'm being really railroaded on not getting help here. So, yeah, I'm doing whatever I have to do. And really, my daughter set up the GoFundMe so that, I can raise the funds. So, yeah, it's only 6,000. The GoFundMe is only 10,000 because we don't like when you read the contract to it, it just gives you percentages. It's not real specific. She doesn't live here, so every state has different guidelines and fees and where you go. So like, we just made it for 10,000. The GoFundMe is literally for the attorney fees. I sit here and scream and shout. I want accountability. I want transparency. I want to be able to go up to someone and you answer me directly. So that's exactly how my GoFundMe is set up. It is literally for attorney fees. It's going to show you how it went, how it's directly going direct deposited to my attorney. It's going from one spot to another. Anything that's left over will be returned to all donors. At no part is this coming to me or is this for any type of, gain or nothing. It's strictly to prove the innocence because I am innocent of all my charges.
And speaking of, the GoFundMe is posted at the bottom. The link, you have to check it out. It's in the comments via the Facebook page. So whether you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, we're streaming on all 3, and my own personal Facebook page. You can check out the link through the Facebook page, the Leon Block Independent Media, and please go to the GoFundMe page and donate whatever you can. If you cannot, please share on your social media. We would really, really appreciate it, y'all.
Yes.
So I just want to plug you real quick. What are your other social media accounts?
I have Bree at Instagram, Bree1415. TikTok is Bree 981415. And then it's Bree Espinosa on Facebook. My Bree Espinosa, I don't add people per se, but my DM is open to any comments, questions, whatever. My page is pretty much public. I do a huge advocate on all my platforms about equality, especially for Black and Indigenous people, especially the MMWIA, Protecting Black Women, because Black women are hugely under attack on all platforms. Sitting there right now, there's a huge anti-Semitism and anti-Black war going on right now, where it's Jews against the Blacks, completely confused, where that we're not going to ever get into because there's a whole lot of disagreeing going on there. And I actually choose, and I know more of the history, that I believe more of the underdog of people are trying to say it's not. It is what it is. That's all my platforms. On my Facebook, I'm not a selfish person, but on all my platforms right now, I've been trying to stick to keeping me the center of focus just to raise my funds. And if I ramble, please stop me because that does happen.
Oh, I will. I will. But you're saying some valuable things right now, and it's important for you to speak your heart. That's what I'm here for, is to bring your heart out. Excuse me, and let you really speak your mind. If I feel like you going on too much of a tangent, trust me, I will cut you off. But I really want you to speak from the heart and have the opportunity to speak as much as possible.
Thank you.
While I have the floor, though, I will say that that you really are a selfless person, and I've seen you give to so many others time and time and time again, and I really want the same for you, because you really do the most for your community. And when I say community, I mean everybody: brothers, sisters, mothers, sons, non-binary, Black, white, gay, proud, and queer. It does not matter where you are in the world. You care about people, and you are one of the realest people that I've had the blessing of knowing. And I just had to be really real on that real quick, just so people know. I do personally know you and your story, and am just really, yeah.
I appreciate it. I just I don't know. I've always stand 10 toes. Long before this, I'm advocating. As you say, you do know me personally. Like even if I don't like you, it does not matter. And something's been done wrong to you that should not have been done. I'm gonna stand up for you. I don't care.
Right.
I will put my personal feelings aside that I cannot stand you. I did that many times through the protests. Many people got arrested that were forgotten. People said they deserved to be in jail, but I was out there screaming and hollering like I don't give a flying fuck. That man was executed. They should not be in jail, especially when they were really targeting set people to make examples. No one gave a fuck because they felt like they deserved it. I was still screaming. Like I do not care if I see someone having something wrong, I will intervene. My middle daughter is true definition like she literally is going to live by the
Hmm.
way that she's watching me now. Like she'll put herself in situations she should not to stand up for the person who's being bullied, as she can handle a bully. So yeah.
And so
Yeah.
the one on the right here in the photo is your middle daughter, right?
Yes, the one in the pink who is standing, she is 7. And the one on the left hand side, that is my Layla, and the other one is Malia. My Layla is 6 years old, not 6 months, 6 years old. And she is my trisomy 18 baby, which March 1st, I'm going to plug this in. March 1st is Trisomy 18 Awareness Month. This actually is the month that is dedicated to rare children, typically trisomy 18, 13, 17. There's all type of rare trisomy children that are disabled out here. We are told that our children are incompatible with life, so we have the option to abort. That's a whole nother story to talk about. But it is Awareness Month, and I would recommend you guys to get to know it because you're going to start to see a lot more of these children thriving because a lot more parents are starting to realize the medical community is not always correct. Us loving them and giving them a chance to thrive on their own and let their bodies develop is a beautiful thing. But she is 6 years old. October 20th of 2021, October 20th, October 10th of 2021, I got the official word that my daughter's officially in heart failure. They gave her
Oh,
6 months. She's still here. Um, her life expectancy is 8 years old. So, like a lot of people will say, oh, at least she made it. That's not good to say to a parent. Saying, oh, she's a forever baby. Those are like the worst horrible things to ever say to a parent. There's a lot of things that she's sick that she's missing out on, like she'll never go to school. Um, right now, like this trial's pissing me off because I was supposed to be done with this because like she's been sick for 7 days. I like her face is going flush. That means her heart's overworking. Tomorrow we go to a doctor's appointment. I already know I'm going to get bad news. Now she's getting better, but like I'm going down a road that she's never going to come back. This trial is ticking me off because I've been set up so many times that I'm still here in 2022 trying to fight that. On top of the fact that I'm trying to make sure that my daughter's alive, the fact that I don't have family here, and I'm trying to use people that my daughter won't trust while I'm going to trial. Like it's very stressful on top of trying to raise money. And like one of the big questions I've been asked, and I'm going to answer real quick because it's going off
mhm.
topic. The reason why I only started the GoFundMe this late is because, to be truthfully honest, if you look down my page, at no fucking point should I be going to trial. I have so much fucking evidence, and then I have like 5 huge black and brown men. We're not talking about some motherfuckers who have small businesses. I'm talking about elected officials, Ishmael Xavier, the Secretary of State, Joshua Hunter, who's fucking runs CAP now. He was part of the Boys and Girls Club. And there's a fifth person that right now, off of the top of my head, I cannot come up with because they're like not really that relevant. Like I should not be going to trial. The reason why the $6,000 was only started is because, to be honest, I felt as though back in October when I had my initial hearing, my attorney had spoken to Ishmael Smithwell Gade, and he said that he was going to subpoena him to come in. During that time, fingers were crossed that his statement would have gotten the DA to realize, like, You're taking a woman who didn't do a goddamn thing but stand up for the Black kids that were out there, who were outraged. My community of youth that was out there having guns pointed at them, a drone watching over them, a fucking bombs thrown at them and stuff. And all these kids wanted to do is express themselves. Him coming in, and then he dodged my subpoena. So I'm here still now. Because of that, him dodging my subpoena, him making sure he wasn't where he was supposed to be, I'm now here. I did not think after that happened, I thought it was like a tactic. So I was like, oh, okay, well, we're going to go through till November. My attorney now, he decided no, he continued it instead of proceeding with my trial, knowing that my daughter is in heart failure. Like, let me be very, very clear. If you don't know what it's like to lose a child, imagine knowing that you're going to watch your child die and you're going to trial for fucking protecting a city and a bunch of men who don't give a shit about you or the city you stand up for. Tell me I'm supposed to be calm, cool, and collective. I'm not supposed to be angry. Also, people, for the love of fucking God, your God anyways, yo, tell me when you ever hear an innocent person that's quiet. Only fucking quiet people are the ones who got stuff to hide. I don't, and I never have.
Damn. Those are some heavy words right there.
Because I'm tired of, I was quiet only because I was directed by attorneys to remain quiet. But guess what? My quietness hasn't gotten me nowhere. My quietness got me that I'm going to lose my
And you ain't trying to be quiet no more.
No, I'm tired of it. I'm done. Like, there's nothing else to be quiet. Like, my attorney hasn't taken anything I've ever given him to do what he needs to do. I've had, you know, I've been dealing with one org for over a year trying to get funds, and I'm still dealing with that. You know, Lancaster Stands Up. You know, they're reached out to me, so hopefully something will come with that they can help me raise some funds. They did at the beginning help me raise funds for the 2 attorneys that I had. I have not paid no legal fees. Let me be clear. The donations at the beginning of George Floyd were paid for. Xavier had set that up with Lancaster, you know, Stands Up and stuff. He helped me get Hobie Crystal, who Hobie Crystal did not want anything to do with any BLM at that time, let alone my case. But money is money out in this city. Attorneys here are not for us. He is not for the people unless you are a criminal and he can get you a plea deal. Because that man literally sat there and lied to me, told me I was getting ARD, and then had me sign away a prelim knowing that they were not going to give me that. Also having Detective Krause tell him that I was the wrong fat woman that was arrested, because there was another fat woman that was there with another protester who got arrested later on, screaming and shouting that they wanted to burn down the building. And right there on Justice for Sabrina Espinosa on YouTube, you can see it. It's right there. It's all in front of your face. Also, they had a drone all night that they claim they do not have that recorded the whole encounter. Also, their personal cell phones, as well as Corey Clupp, who was a racist guy who recorded stuff. Plus, there's about 3 other white women who all were recording that miraculously no one seems to know who they are. Yet you see set individuals talking to those set women, but won't cooperate enough to make sure that I can get the evidence that was needed to drop these charges. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm mad.
Do you feel like there's some, do you feel like no one's listening, whether it's purposely or that people have motives, whatever the case are? Do you feel like people just aren't listening? And yeah.
So what happened is during, let me be clear. So I was sitting at a lot of tables, so I make moves in silence. I will not sit here and put blast on my platforms, all the stuff that I've been in, what I've done, who I've spoken to. That is not, so let me be clear. When you talk about activism, I am not that person.
You cut out.
Oh, I don't know why. I'm right here. Hello?
There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me be clear about one major thing. I am not an activist or a leader, nor would I ever be. I don't want to be the person that you come to all the time. I don't want to be your face. The difference between me and everybody else is I'm about we. I advocate for people. I'm not here to activate, scream loud, make noises, sit at a table and talk. I'm here to advocate and get shit done. When you're dealing with patients in the nursing field like I have since I've been 21, I've been a CNA, I'm 44 now. We don't get to go and activate and be an activism. No, I'm advocate for someone, knowing that what I see, smell, how I deal with them, and I've been trained for many, many things, that I can literally tell another person who's never seen that what's going on. I'm here to advocate, to tell you, let's get this done. I'm not here to just talk about stuff. I've been, the one thing that happens is I've lived through trauma in this city. And then there's receipts and there's a trail to back me up. There's a difference. People can't hate me enough, or all they can do is talk shit about me. But when you go down my page and I got the receipts, it's hard to it's really hard to tell somebody that they're a liar when they back it up. But it's real quick to act like a white supremacist agent when you turn around and do the master's bidding, which is what everybody's been doing in the city and county, by the way. Everybody's doing the white man's bidding, every single one of you, and you know exactly who you are. And everybody wants to do indirect dumb shit and then sit there and think that I'm not going to know about it. I do. The difference is I'm not out here telling you who I know, who I've been with, what I've done. I don't have to. My past is my past. What I've done is what I've done. But to spread hate about me, that's crazy, because all the hate that I could spread about you, I would never, because I would never stoop as low as you, because I'm better than that, because I'm an advocate for all. Like I said, whether I hate you or not, if you fucking have an injustice, I'm going to scream and shout, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the fuck you did to me. It's about the fact of what's happening to you now, and it should not be. It's equality for all, regardless. And that's how I am.
Regardless, point blank and motherfucking period. That's how it should be. That's how the move rolls. That's a revolution right there. That's revolutionary speech. And on that note, I want to change the focus real quick and redirect and go back to the beginning. We're gonna air a clip of your arrest, okay? And we're gonna jump from there and go play by play of what happened, and then we're gonna go from there, okay? So here we go.
They know so down the street, they had somebody set off some kind of bomb. So whatever. A plus scene, there was a man on a motorcycle. Yep, I'm pulled over. I'm getting pulled over. Yeah, you gotta keep going. Turn. I'm getting pulled over, guys. I guarantee you I'm going to jail. Oh my God. Right there. It doesn't matter. She heard you. We're waiting. So I believe I'm getting pulled over. Here we go. It's fine. Put it in drive. So, D, get on your live. Who do you know that's downtown? Nobody? My phone's dead. So I'm getting pulled over, guys. So you see, because of me protesting tonight. Which way he coming? This way or your way? They have a whole squad. I have a whole squad here with me. My daughter was doing the speed limit. Nothing was happening. We're leaving a protest after we just got ran over by a fucking white guy in a car. Angry because I got hurt getting run over. Just do me a favor, keys out. There are no keys. Okay. All she can do is shut it off. Yeah. And you guys are here because I was protesting. Y'all didn't like what I had to say after you allowed that man to run me and my daughter over.
Ma'am, I'm just going to give you some really nice commands. You can leave your phone.
I want to know, why are we being pulled over? No, I'm not putting my phone down. That's my right. I'm not driving.
You are going to be placed under arrest.
Why?
I'd like to do this.
But I want to know why. My daughter is at home with a babysitter. Her machine is beeping.
An infinite amount of time. So
okay, no, I'm not putting the phone down. That's my right, sir. I have the right to. And I'm telling you, I don't have to put down my phone. Wait, am I getting arrested or my daughter's getting arrested? Why am I being arrested?
Why is she being arrested? It will be explained to you.
No. You have to tell me now. Okay. You cannot arrest me without telling me.
Your body cam's on.
Yes, that is.
Your body
cannot arrest me.
Here.
Why am I being arrested?
What?
Why am I being arrested? Because you tried to let a guy run us over and you watched it? Because you literally illegally kept taping me because I can voice my opinion? Because you allowed the injustice?
Is there anything I can say or do that will get you to cooperate?
I want to know why I'm being arrested. Yes, I want to know why I'm being arrested. I just want to know why I'm being arrested first.
To my knowledge, it is partially due to your behavior at the protest.
Being mad that I got ran over?
The detectives at the station who were observing you.
All right, back up. No. I want you to back up so I can get out. No, please, can I get out on my own? I'm not even being arrested. You're detaining me, correct?
Please, I would like
You're please detaining me.
She's going around to the other side. They're gonna start using force. Can you just do this? Put your hands on top of your head. I'm just gonna get you out.
Okay, can I just do my feet? Damn, can I get my feet?
My mom is.
I'm getting arrested. Okay, wait. I'm stepping on your foot, sir.
You're good. Doesn't hurt.
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna step on you so you can try to fucking brutalize me. I know that shit.
Nobody wants to brutalize.
Yeah, right. Just like I got ran over and you allowed it. Can I take off this? Can I just take this off?
All right, so that's That's clearly you, excuse me, getting arrested.
Yes.
What happened from there?
So let me be clear, in that video, there was 8
Hmm.
to 10 cops that came to get me. Okay.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, there was 8 to 10 cops. And I also already got the video. There shows 8 cops because that's what they showed as evidence. They don't show no evidence. All the videos that they're presenting for my trial that I got. So the original evidence video that so what happened in here is, after that, my daughter, you can watch the rest of that video on Justice for Sabrina Espinosa. She made
yeah.
sure that their
On the
body
YouTube
cameras were
channel.
on. Yes, she made sure that the body cameras were on. I believe it's Officer Baker who sat there, and he stated, as well as with the other white cop that was there, that white woman stated that I was going down for terroristic stuff. She started flipping out. At this point, they're telling me I'm being detained for questioning. Now, you hear me state that, why you got mad because you guys watched us. Mind you, the man ran us over 3 times. I got ran over once. When after he ran through us, he drove all the way up. So Lancaster City is set up that the police station is between um it's on Chestnut Street, but then it's Prince and it's Queen Street. So in between there and then Chestnut Street, the man came off of Prince Street up a one way, turned onto Queen Street, ran through us, went up to a green light, could have made a left or went straight, instead put it in reverse, came back up to rerun us over, predominantly all black kids, and then ran up to Market Street and was greeted by the militia and the police station, where they protected him, and he was never fucking arrested. Now, one of the whack ass people wanted to lie and state that he was arrested, which was funny to me, because one of them motherfuckers wanted to say, oh, he
Hold
was
on,
arrested and did a whole yeah.
hold on. So
Oh, it goes real
fast,
deep, real fast. Yeah.
right. So fast forward real
Mm-hmm.
quick, because we don't want to bounce around too much, but
Right.
and we can get in depth on part 3 about the actual
Okay.
scene and the situation, right? Because
Okay.
that's a
So
play
what
by
happened?
play. We'll
Right.
do a play by
Yeah.
play, but this
Got you.
specific situation,
So
when
after that,
so
I
there
was
was
in the
8 to
car.
10.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was in the car. They were they would not let me take off my thing. They kept just telling me, the one lady was being real smart. She was like, you should, something about in the camera. I have the video, basically telling me I should have shut up or whatever. The other guy telling me he don't really know what's going on. Then I asked the question. So in Lancaster City, there's a law. They are not allowed to follow us. This law has been for whatever, because they used to follow you all around the city, and then they would target you with, like, these fucking cops have been here forever. They were here through the 90s. They knew what they were doing. They come, they brutalize you. The coalition cameras are run by them. They beat the shit out of you, take your shit, and leave you there. Like, that's what these cops do, and everybody wants to pretend like that's not what they do. This is what they've been doing and continue to do, as well as a whole bunch of stuff to women and everything else. And hell, we don't even know about the men, because most men don't even come out. So after they got me, I asked, why was there so many cops? In the one video, I said, what is there, like 10 of you? And then why did you wait for me to leave the police station? Why didn't you arrest me there? They had no answers. We just want to talk to you. They just want to talk to you about an incident that transpired. What incident? We got ran over. So in that drive there, the handcuffs, like, I had an issue with the handcuffs. I can't show the videos till afterward, but like, I start complaining about the handcuffs. They were pinching me. I got to learn during that ride that they are allowed, that the handcuffs are the only thing that is regulated, as long as they could do two chains, they could do up to 5 chains. So they literally, there's just badass cops that'll do the 2 chains to deliberately torture us while they have us in handcuffs, knowing that they can get longer chains so that it doesn't hurt us as effectively. They also boosted on the way there, and while I was getting, situated, how they had they were armed and ready, how they had an armed vehicle, they have an armed helicopter, how they had bombs, they had guns pointed
right.
at us, how they were ready to tear gas us. And I
Yep.
was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, this is little old fucking like it's the city. You motherfuckers didn't even do this with all the gangs that were going on here. Like, they laughed when I went in and I got booked. I sat there and watched them stream through the fucking coalition cameras everything that we were doing. They laughed about the whole night. The bomb was deliberately thrown. They knew about it. The KKK was down there. They were interviewed by WJAL. They're the ones who supposedly threw it. Later on, it was speculated that it was probably one of the cops. The cops was sitting right up the street watching the whole thing. They watched the whole thing, and they literally sat there through my whole booking and everything and made fun of everything that was being done to us. It was a big ass joke. Like SWAT coming out, when SWAT came out, 3 of those cops had their hands on the trigger. They were ready to kill us. For what? Nobody did anything wrong that night. Nobody.
So you mentioned that you wanted to bring up the ARD system real quick.
Okay.
Because what's the deal with?
So I don't know the technical term with ARD. I'd have to Google that. But ARD is something that typically you're offered if you have a nonviolent offense. So it's something where you'll sit in the preliminary court where your case will keep getting continued. You'll pay a few $1,000s for programs that'll expunge your record of whatever charges. What happens is you fill out typically 6 to 10 questions. I think it was like 6 questions, but I might not be correct. You'll put your name, your address, if you work, where you work at. You'll give references. You'll turn around from that. You then have to admit to the crimes that you committed, state why you were doing it, and basically like give remorse in a statement or in a paragraph about why you did it. Now, what happens is, yes, it's a bunch of crap. So basically, if you don't read it at the bottom and you don't look at the legalities, you are literally admitting that even though, so like for instance, when I signed that ARD, the way that both attorneys wanted me to write the ARD was I was admitting to guilt. I refused to admit to guilt. I'm not admitting to guilt for crimes I did not commit. Like for instance, one attorney wanted me to write down that because of my influence and my voice, I had agitated protesters to have them act out in a violent way. Have you lost your fucking mind? Did you watch my videos while I'm telling them hands up while they're fucking screaming at the goddamn whack ass SWAT team because they're fucking talking about doing violent things to them? Did you hear them talking about violent shit to the white piece of shit man who ran us over while I'm telling them to link up so nobody goes to jail? Did you? So at that time, I'm not admitting to nothing, and I wouldn't. All I stated is if my voice was powerful enough that somebody may have gotten out of hand, I apologize for whatever actions they may have mistook my voice for.
So
Sabrina, no, I
Sabrina,
did not get, yeah.
ARD.
I'm getting there. So with that, I have to explain that part. Both of my charges are considered violent acts, intent to commit violent acts. ARD is for non-violent acts. I was set up to do this, fill it out. It legally would then is a statement committing, which I did not, but then they make you sign a 600 waiver, which then allows them additional time to prosecute you. My
So they
case should
just
have been
fucked
dropped.
you.
Yeah,
They sent
fucked
you
me.
through
Yes,
some hoops and fucked you on top of it,
yes,
knowing
knowing,
that they were
yes.
doing this to begin with. Wow,
Mind you, Hobie Crystal, and I have it
that's
in
some
writing.
fuck ass shit.
Yeah, my other attorney being new was like, oh, let's try it. You know, the DA, because I have had technically on my docket, it says I had 3 DAs. I've actually had 5 that have switched. I ended up getting back ADA Wade, but he's actually prosecuting all of the protesters. Yeah. Let me be clear. I am not anything and have not had anything to do with the Ricardo Munoz protesters. I'm the only protester who was arrested the first weekend of BLM that was an advocate and a protester at that time, defending my city and even believed in reform, that I was backing up white people off of the cops while they were standing there with guns ready to like do a whole bunch of shit. Isaac Etter writes a statement about that, stating how I was there basically all weekend. And I have many of other witnesses that have already submitted all of that. But yes, all weekend I was increasing the peace. I lived a block and a half at 139 East Chestnut Street. Ain't no motherfucker in this world was going to do anything in that city that was going to affect my children, especially my child, who at the time was doing fairly well, but the hospital was 3 blocks down the street.
Hold
Again,
on a second.
went down there. Yeah.
Give people a chance to read this.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted people to like be able to read it because you be spitting so much information out and
I'm
feelings, and
sorry. Yeah, it's
it's
been
all right.
a long, like, it's very, if you go down my page on Bria Espinosa, like, there's that. I have, so basically what happened is the police taunted me the whole time that I was there after I was, uh, I don't know what was going on. There's the suspicions, and after my trial is dismissed and stuff, and I beat these charges, we can have it where I'll spit more of the truth, and I have text messages to back on why I believe I was charged the way I was, um, and why it transpired the way it did. After I was officially arraigned, I guess, or booked, they took my fingerprints, did not find out my charges, never was read my Miranda rights, nothing. We have no rights at all, none of us.
I'm not surprised.
We have none of it. It's been stripped away. And actually, the finalization of our rights being stripped away was actually during Obama's reign. Trump just enforced it that they are now all militarized, but everybody wants to talk about change really happened. No, it didn't. Our police budget's more than it has been. So you guys
Talk
just gave it
about it.
more. Go ahead.
Talk
I want to
about it.
see y'all. No protest will ever happen here
Talk
again,
about it.
because y'all literally this year, after that, all that moment shit that has happened, y'all literally sat there 2 years in a row and gave the police more money, hired a whack ass chief who literally is worse than Burkheiser. Bring Burkheiser back. I can deal with a racist man who'd rather fucking tell me I'm a spick to my face than one that'll smile and act like I'm beneath him. Y'all didn't do your research. I did, because Middletown was real quick to talk. Excuse me, Middletown was real quick to talk about the type of man he really was. And the police force did not like him. He didn't change shit. And then the city council and mayor was not happy with him either. I did my
Okay.
research that,
So
like,
you get no, because you going off on a tangent and you getting
I
off
know.
topic. You're gonna get real angry. So let's
I'm
keep
not
that for
getting
the
angry.
next
I'm
one when we get
frustrated.
deep into
Like I
it.
said, I
I
get
know
frustrated. It's
you
just
have every right to
frustration.
be frustrated considering everything that you've been going through, and you know everything that we've touched base on these past 40 minutes. Speaking of 40 minutes, you know, it's time for us to start winding things down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let me
We've
tell you
spent,
real quick. When I got
well, let
arrested
me
and they
just
were
say
sending
this
me
because
to the, hold on,
we
real quick, because this is the
homegirl,
most
we
important
spent, I
part.
know, I got you. We spent some time dissecting all of this stuff, right? And so the
No, I was
next
going to tell you
episode,
about the final
everybody,
part to going to the prison. When they took
I
me to the
got you.
prison, how they turned me back around so they could do shift change. And then they had my daughter for over 4 hours thinking that they lost me. They said I wasn't arrested there and all of that. And that's on Justice for Sabrina Espinosa. That's part of my arrest. They taunted my daughter for over 4 hours. She recorded it all, and we put up most of the videos of them taunting her and
Yeah, we're
everything.
gonna dig some more into some more of the footage later on the next part of this. We definitely need to dig up some more of that footage. In the meantime, though, y'all can always go to Justice for Sabrina Espinosa. You can just type it in on YouTube. It'll come right up. Definitely check that shit out. Here is what it looks like. And just definitely make sure that you show some love. Definitely hit up the GoFundMe page. The link is in the comments as well. Sabrina, what is your court date?
So March 4th at 10:30 in the morning is a court date. I don't know what's going on. On what was it, February 17th around 2:15, I got a notice that I'm going to appear in court, and my docket is now cleared up. I don't know what's going on. Part of the stress of why I'm stressing is because I have to prepare for the worst. Like, I'm getting guardianship papers ready. I'm worried about my daughter dying if they decide to try to be something stupid and fucking put me in jail, because my youngest doesn't eat without me. My 7-year-old will lose her mind. She's already traumatized by the police. So, like, it's just stressful right now. Like, I got a lot of shit to get done this week. Like, so yeah, it's supposed to be 10:30 March 4th. Walking up in there and yeah, hoping for fucking acquittal or dismissal, since they realized that they just messed with the wrong one. I was not the one they should have picked up. They had about
Okay,
15 other people they could have gotten charges with,
okay,
and I wasn't the one that they should have gotten. So,
that's what I'm
but
talking
yeah,
about.
you know what I mean? So I'm hoping for like a positive outcome, but I have to think of the worst. Everybody's pretty much saying like the fact that my trial date, my jury selection was supposed to be the 7th to the 10th. My trial was supposed to be the 22nd to the 25th. I was ready, ripping, ready to go. And then all of a sudden, on the 18th, all the 4th was added. And then come on the 21st, when I checked my docket again, my trial and my jury has been taken off. And it like for most people who have been criminals before that I'm friends with, and I hate to say it that way, is because they call themselves that, is they're like, well, I'm a criminal, I don't care. They still make stupid mistakes and whatever. They're just who they are, and I appreciate them for who they are. Told me that can go either way. That's not a good or a bad thing. You just don't know till you show up. So yeah, just preparing for the worst, but you know what I'm saying, manifesting the best. So yeah.
I was just going to ask you what your feelings were, and you just answered it for me. Yo, that was fucking perfect. Seriously, for real. And on that note, I just want to remind everybody that y'all can check out Sabrina Espinosa's Facebook page. We showed y'all that. Y'all can check her out on Instagram, as you already know. Do you have you have a TikTok, but I don't know if you want people to know your TikTok or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's fine. TikTok, it's Bree 981415. Yeah, follow me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers because, to be honest, TikTok's that platform where you can really touch an audience, and yeah, I could probably actually make my money very, very quickly. Like, to be honest, on TikTok, I've watched this. I mean, Ukraine, they've already raised $500,000, and that was only done 36 hours ago. So it's possible. Yeah, follow me on TikTok if you like like people
All right
advocating
now.
and seeing indigenous people. I
That's
share
right.
all of that stuff and give all of
I
them
was
a
gonna say
voice.
the same thing.
I give Black women, especially young Black women, a huge spot on my platform. I do duets, but I don't put myself in the phone. I literally just reshare their content to get it out, because unfortunately TikTok's algorithm is the lighter you are, the more exposure you get. So I make sure that, because
Yeah.
my light skin privilege can be used, I make sure I amplify every single voice that is just,
Okay.
you
That's
know what
what
I mean,
I'm
that can't be
talking about.
amplified. Make sure they get
Right.
out there to get their money. But
Right.
yes,
That's
follow me on
for real.
TikTok.
Seriously,
You'll find
Sabrina
and meet a lot of
Espinosa,
people.
I so appreciate you for joining me
Appreciate
tonight.
you. Thank you.
For the first of many, interviews that I do on a regular basis. But it's been a minute since I've been in this joint, and I just appreciate you for letting me have the opportunity to do this, because again, it's been a minute. Um,
Thank
for
you.
everybody watching, stay tuned for more interviews coming up, more news, more topics, some new shows coming at you very, very soon. You do not want to miss that. Like, that one's really going to be our news show. I'll tell you that. Social justice news. Like, I'm really fucking excited. Really fucking excited. I can't wait to really introduce y'all to all the correspondence that we have as well. And seriously, Sabrina, we're going to have you on the show again, like we said, to get more in depth about the actual moment in question. Really dive deep into it. And I'm really big on feelings. We got to get into your feelings, get into your emotions.
I know,
That's
but you know
just
how
that's
that
just
goes.
me. I know how it
I know
goes, but look, we
I ain't
gonna
trying to
see.
cry on
I'm
this
gonna tell you
spot.
now.
I ain't trying to cry
I
on
know.
this.
I got you though. I got you. I will guide you. We're gonna see how we're gonna get there. Okay. So stay
Mhm.
tuned, y'all. Make sure you support Sabrina Espinosa. Go to all of her social media, and of course, remember to meditate on your path, celebrate your being, liberate your spirit, and educate yourself. I'm John Tell. Have a great evening.